Welcome to Auto Drive Gallery. Place an Aston Martin DB11 in the midst of the SUV cases and dull vehicles of the present activity and it emerges like a Kandinsky painting at a yard deal. Pointedly wrinkled, with a low rooftop and minor openings for windows, the DB11 is strong and tight through the waist and swelling at the wheels. It's an auto that seems to have been driven straight off an automobile fair turntable and onto the road. But then, when it's cutting past the slowpokes, the DB11 emits an unmistakably retro vibe. There's an unmistakable association with the past in the DB11, and a considerable measure of it needs to do with the V12 before the driver. Not that the 5.2-liter is old, really, the motor is practically all new. It's the richness of the thing that influences it to appear pulled from an alternate period. The V12 profits by barrel deactivation and two turbochargers. Those turbos blow into the motor's nostrils, incensing it to create 600 strength and 516 pound-feet of torque. Power goes ahead solid appropriate offset out of gear and there isn't a trace of turbo slack. While the experience of a V12 is one that makes us nostalgic, the DB11 speeding up is completely of the 21st century. Blitzing to 60 miles per hour takes 3.6 seconds. And the quarter mile goes in 11.7 at 125 miles per hour. A Ferrari California T is faster, yet its growling and yelping V8 appears somewhat middle class in the wake of hearing the DB11's 12-barrel thunder. It's a touch astonishing that the DB11, at 4,222 pounds, is heavier than the DB9, the auto it replaces. Be that as it may, by the 5,000-pound Bentley Continental GT, the Aston is flexible and elegant. The DB11 is based on Aston Martin's new reinforced and bolted aluminum structure that will in the end supplant the organization's maturing V8 design. Darted to that aluminum, the structure is a flexible suspension that never manhandle the driver, regardless of whether he or she chooses the firmest of the suspension's three modes. Snappy ratio guiding offers genuine feel, with minute material pulls beating through the wheel. Under cornering loads, the front tires press hard into the blacktop and start screeching as the DB11 approaches its 0.94 Grand restrict. Not at all like numerous cutting-edge execution autos, the DB11's suspension quivers and moves in light of diligent work. Those little developments don't aggravate the Aston's taking care of, yet their essence presents an energy and character that adjusts the DB11 more with GTs of the past than with the apparently immaculate and electronically recreated driving background you get in, say, a Mercedes-Benz S-Class car. The DB11's nearer association with the street appears in our sound estimations. At 70 miles per hour, the DB11 makes 70 decibels of for the most part tire commotion, a figure in accordance with economy autos. At completely open throttle, 86 decibels of murmur make themselves known in the lodge. Beside the clamor levels, there's nothing inside the DB11 that is even remotely economical. Delicate calfskin, consummately sewed examples on the seats and dash, and another infotainment framework acquired from Mercedes-Benz put forth a solid defense at the DB11's $214,820 base cost. While it isn't the snappiest or the sportiest auto to behead in the low $200,000 territory, the DB11 weds, in marvelous mold, old thoughts with current building and outline. It's a charmer.